the month. I had something that I had to do yesterday, so we rescheduled for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Ooh. I'm just gonna light some incense here real quick. And sorry if you can hear a hum right now. I have a heater on because it's kind of chilly. So I'm just gonna wait a moment for a few people to come in and we'll get started. Hello, hello, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I have my chat open so I can also see if you ask me any questions. Just by the way, is the audio good? I hope it's good. Usually this headset is pretty dependable, so one last shuffle. I'm gonna do a general reading today. If you have any questions or if you want to contribute to the reading and you sense that there's something that I missed, feel free to contribute. I noticed some of my older lives, people were picking up on things that were essential to the reading, so that was kind of cool. It was like a collaborative effort. Get my 𝔻𝕠𝕚𝕚 deck out. And let's see what Spirit has to tell you today. Let's see. I'm just gonna shuffle this deck too. Hi guys. Oh, from Kenya. Wow. Hello. That's so far away. That's so cool seeing people from all around the world tune in to lives. It's wonderful how the internet brings us together. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Gold. I'm going to be doing a collective reading today. It's going to be a general, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm on to my last shuffle of my Citadel deck. Love from India. Wow, India. I love your guys' food, especially, I think it's North India, right? I'm not sure. There's different regions. Hi guys, welcome. Okay, so angels, spirits, and guides, please be here with my collective so we can receive guidance on reaching our highest timeline and fulfilling our highest potential. Thank you. So what is it that my collective needs to know? Wow, right away you got the Wheel of Fortune. There's an ending here. You've been probably sensing this. Oh, it's a celebratory ending. 3 of Cups. Give me more information on this 3 of Cups, Spirit. It's very emotional. This is something that you've been waiting for a very long time. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. And the 3 of Cups. You no longer have to deal with a group of 3 or more people. I do sense very strongly that it was 3 people. Hi guys! Poland, wow, yeah, Polska! Cześć! I am doing a collective reading right now, and this is general. So you've walked away from a group of people who you sensed that you had to walk away from for your highest good, to go to the next point in your life so that you could up level. And so this has caused you to kind of let go and allow yourself to let go, because you knew that you couldn't be abundant without letting go. There was something about being connected to this group of people that caused you to feel lack, to caused you to always feel like you were being stolen from in some form or fashion. Maybe you had to hold back when you were connected to these people. Maybe it was just very chaotic. I also see here that these people wouldn't have celebrated with you, or maybe they just showed you in the past that they wouldn't celebrate with you. Anytime I see here something happened that you shared with them and they didn't celebrate with you. Yes, I am on Insta. You can add me. I have all my links in the bio if you want to check that out. So that's on my YouTube home. Back to the reading though. It looks like you're walking straight into abundance, because you did get the Empress card here. And there were a lot of worries around this past grouping of people. Like, they caused you to worry. And they distracted you from your purpose, which is why they've been taken out of your life. Or, God told you, hey, you need to step away from these people. Because there was a gift here that God wanted to give you. And you couldn't receive this gift if you were distracted, if you were staying focused on the wrong thing, which was trying to always appease someone else, trying to always balance something with someone else when they weren't doing the same thing. They weren't on the same timeline with you, basically. They weren't looking to improve their situation, and so you had to protect yourself. Wow, Warszawa. Wait, Warsaw and Warszawa. Are they the same? I forget. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments here real quick. Just popping in to say I found your channel last year. One of my favorite readers on YouTube. Wow, thank you. That's such a compliment. Thank you. Okay, so you got the World and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yes, so the person or people that you disconnected from had this sense of coldness about them, where they didn't want to share emotionally. They were very emotionally unavailable. This could be describing one specific feminine. This could be describing a masculine that was in his feminine energy, where he expected to receive and didn't give back at all. This could be a couple here that I'm explaining. Whoever this is, you've had to protect yourself from them, because you're on to bigger and better things. So is there any other information here, Spirit, that my collective needs to know? Happy birthday. Someone's crossed you. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Because if you look at the World, she's got her legs crossed over. And this is similar to in the Hermit, where he's got his one leg behind the other, and it's crossed over. So you've seen this deceit for what it is. It's like this has happened time and time again. You broke a karmic loop. You broke a really important karmic loop, possibly the hardest one yet. Or maybe this is just like a really important one for you. There's a lot of abundance coming in here for you, though, in the near future, which is why you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress right beside each other. There's a huge emphasis on here about not sharing what you have currently, like filling up your own cup right now. So making sure you keep silent also on things that you're going towards right now. I would not be surprised if we got the Hermit right now. you definitely give me like hermit energy. You could be a Virgo, but another thing is that you could just be like in the planning phase of something, or you could be developing a plan for something. Maybe it's a new project, maybe it's a new business. In any case, you're left having to balance things quite intensely. And so you've had to disconnect from things that were kind of like excess, things that were draining your energy, so that you could focus on the things that you really needed to focus on. You got the Chariot in reverse. There's like a slow down energy here. You need to slow down right now and observe what's happening to you. There's something that you're missing. You're missing something, and that's why Spirit is telling you to slow down. What are they missing? That you're not actually trapped. You're not actually trapped in whatever situation that you are currently in. You're just in your head. Because the thing is that when someone has shut you up for so long and instilled certain kinds of beliefs in your head that you can't handle yourself, or that you can't get yourself out of a situation, or that you can't take care of yourself, whatever. Someone is calling me? That's so weird. Whatever this person or these people in the past have told you, it's not true. And someone was calling me in the middle of the reading. You could be shutting out outside forces right now and tuning into what it is that you know you should be doing. Oh, Preet, so if you want a private reading, I actually have some on my website that you can book. It's on seventhcrown.com, and that's with a K. And check out my link. It's in my bio as well. And they're pretty affordable too, so depending on how many questions you have, or if you want a general reading. Oh, I also have my jewelry. I'm just going to do a quick little promo. I also have my jewelry on there, and all of it's handmade. So what we were saying is, some people tried to make you feel like you couldn't do anything, like you weren't this powerhouse that you are. But now that you've disconnected, now that you've really fully aligned with who it is that you know you are, you're not allowing people to paint some sort of other narrative over top of who it is that you know you can become, the future that you know you can create. You're letting things die off. You're cutting off those split ends of hair that's just, it's thinned out. And it worries you. The things that worry you, you're no longer going to be worrying about them. Yeah, 5 of Swords. You're no longer going to have to strategically tiptoe around these people that constantly try to make you worry about them. It's like the siphoning of energy that was happening with these people. But you see them for who they are. You see these people for who they are. And maybe they don't even do this for any specific reason other than this is just how they've always done things. But they've been sent into your life for a specific purpose, to challenge you. And to push you to transform into who you are. Sorry, I'm just going to answer a question here. Preet, so you can actually just go on the website there, and it has a payment portal there right on the website, so it's super easy. So I'm going to grab my Citadel deck, actually. I'm going to see, do we have any more messages here for my collective? Any more messages here for my collective? these two are sticking out. So you got the scholar and the orator. You're stepping into a time of confidence where you can really express who it is that you are. You could have some sort of message that a lot of people need to hear. You could be really opening up your third eye right now, and you're victorious. You're victorious on this because you're telling some sort of truth here that maybe a lot of people don't want to hear. But it comes from a lot of introspection and experience. I get here that you've got this combination of street smarts, but then also like book smarts. So let me see what the definition of these is. And it's like, this is really a time where you're going to probably remember this time for the rest of your life, because this is something where you're starting to really take back your power, you're taking back your identity, and you're the one that's writing your own narrative now. It's not up to anyone else. And that is beautiful. So let's see. The scholar, 80. Sunlight streams through a window, illuminating a chaotic, crowded desk. Piles of books cast deep shadows, and dust motes float lazily through the air. The scholar is something of a hermit, which we referenced earlier, preferring their scrolls and studies to the bustle of the outside world. But there's one thing they're known for, their ability to work through any puzzle and come to the right conclusion. So it feels like you're really figuring something out here. You're really illuminating something for yourself and for other people. And like we said, you're speaking some sort of truth into the world. And not everyone is going to like that. We just got the musician that fell out. This third card. It wanted to tip over on the deck, so I'm going to take this one too. Okay, so first I'm going to read the scholar. Reversed. The reason why it seems as if there's no good solution to your current situation is that right now, there's no solution to be found at all. Frustrating though it may be to realize, there's no rewards to be gained for the work that you're putting in. Take this chance to reevaluate what you're doing and focus your energy elsewhere. Yeah, so this is you reevaluating your circumstances with people and taking that energy from always trying to solve other people's problems, always trying to be the hero, and aiming that light back on yourself. You're taking that spotlight and looking back inward. And you're going inward like the hermit and thinking, what is it that I'm missing here? What is it that I could improve upon? So let's see, the orator, that's the next one. Thank you, Claire. So sweet. Okay, so the orator. Very cool card. The seats of the theater curve away on either side of you, filled with a rapt audience waiting for the performance to begin. On the stage, a single figure clears their throat and begins their soliloquy. Even when they're not performing, the orator speaks with complete confidence. They've never shied away from the public stage, but they're so used to reading from a script that sometimes they find themselves tongue-tied when it comes to thinking for themselves. Wow, yeah, so you've followed a script your whole life, and now it's time to write your own and just kind of ad-lib. And maybe it feels like that right now. Maybe you feel like you're ad-libbing right now. So doubting yourself is only holding you back. It's okay if you take a little longer to think about how to voice your needs and desires. Writing a script of how to ask for these things might even benefit you here. Be confident in taking up a space and letting your voice be heard. So you could have some sort of throat chakra blockages right now. And you know what is a great way to dissolve chakra blockages? Music. Music and healing. You could be really into music. You could be called to consuming a lot more inspiring media right now at the moment. And so I'm really happy that it resonates. So this is also a really old kind of instrument here. It's an old string instrument, and I believe this one was used in the medieval ages, but I could be wrong. This one sounds really beautiful, and there's something about you that's very beautiful that you need to express, and people are waiting for it. It's like you've got your own unique like tag. There's something about you that's very unique that requires you to travel outside of your comfort zone, but also it might require some sort of like physical travel, like across the sea. Or maybe this is like how I'm doing it on the internet. So let's see. In any case, it seems like this is a skill that you need to develop. It's going to take time because you have been put in a shell for so long. Let's see what this definition is. A musician. Inspiration, gratitude. Let's see. So, the musician. A ship sits in the dock, ready and waiting to sail on the next tide. But while the sea demands patience, music drifts from the deck, and within it, a voice, one that sings in celebration of the bounty that has brought them to the citadel, and the promise of the next adventure ahead of them. Whatever the musician has, they've worked hard for it, and their gratitude and appreciation of their fortune spurs them on to an even greater future. The musician is the dawn that follows the night, the hopeful optimism after a period of struggle. After facing your problems, you're now in alignment with your true self, or will be soon. And it's time to appreciate yourself for the struggles that you've come through. Given your achievements, you're also in a unique position to provide inspiration to others who are still facing their own personal darkness. That is so beautiful. So, right now you could be called to really reflect on your own story and how far you've come, to really celebrate with yourself and celebrate with people that will celebrate with you. So, thank you, bless you, Preet. I hope you have a good, safe drive home. So, there's also a moon with a tide on it. So we have to accept this like waxing and waning that happens naturally. You could be right now, although it did say that you're like, I swear it said something about like being in alignment with your true self. I feel like you right now, because we talked about like the hermit, you are in a period of introspection and not necessarily like expressing everything outward just yet, but you will be. And so you have to really accept this period of solitude. Instead of trying to force yourself to come out of your shell, you have to allow that to naturally happen. And that's the message there. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else that Spirit wants us to know. There's also a feeling of, I don't quite measure up. And this could be something that was told to you when you were growing up or by other people that I'm hearing that this was something that was expressed to you when you were growing up. Maybe your value was placed on what you could provide for other people, and so you never felt like you could really impress your caregivers enough. So that could be what this is. So understanding your value entirely is going to really help you here in the next chapter. And let's see. So really appreciating yourself and coming out of your shell as this beautiful expresser, instead of worrying about when things are going to come in, instead of worrying about if it's good enough, if there's enough of it, if it's beautiful enough, whatever it is that's coming into your head. Focusing on the moment, focusing on enjoying what it is that you're doing right now, romanticizing every single moment of the day, making it poetic, making it enchanting, being that like magical person that you are, the Fool, letting go fully, allowing that energy to just completely envelop you, because you're this magical person that has freed themselves from something very toxic. And you have some sort of story here to tell about this. About, I just get this like, Grimm's fairy tales, how they're kind of dark. Well, I feel like you have kind of a dark story here to tell, and it ends really beautifully with full transformation, where you're just standing on the edge of the cliff, and the reason that you're able to jump off of it is because you have nothing to lose, or something beautiful like that. It's really like a movie. Yeah. Speaking of movie, you got the Star. You got the card, the Star. You're the star in your own movie. And I think that this is really the chapter that you start to choose yourself. You start to choose to act in a way that is in accordance with who it is that you want to be versus who it is that other people want you to be. And so this disconnect is going to take a lot of patience. But I think that you're already starting to see the rewards of that. You know what? I'm going to switch to this deck because it's calling me. This is my handmade deck. You can make these yourself too if you're feeling called to it. You can make them however you want. Just add whatever information you want. They're so effective. So, got a few cards here. What did we get? All in the reverse. Okay, so you got boring, surprise in the reverse, swan in the reverse. Are you feeling impatient? Because I feel like there's a lot of impatience here. And communication in the reverse. Yeah, so you're feeling probably pretty alone right now because you recently cut out a lot of noise. And this is a period of rest so that you can hatch out of this shell. It's like, this gives me like the feeling of like the ugly duckling turning into a beautiful swan. I don't know if you remember that I don't know if it's a fable, but there's a period of time where the ugly duckling has to like transition, and then eventually they become the swan. It seems like nothing's really moving in your life right now at the moment, but it's for a purpose. You'll see. So let's see, what else? 3. What's on the back of this card? I'm being called to read it. interaction with self, environment, and those that they know well. Written and verbal communication styles. You could be called to journal right now, to go back to some sort of old thing that you used to do to self-reflect. Maybe this was like some sort of therapy I'm hearing. Maybe you need therapy, or you'd like to pursue that. Maybe you'd like to pursue helping other people through therapy, and it's like some sort of unique way of doing it. Maybe you have like an online YouTube or something where you communicate online. Let's see, House of Purpose, Sagittarius and Jupiter. Your life is expanding right now. You got Jupiter. It also reflects religion, morals, ethics, and dreams. Truths of being, higher mind, and philosophy. Yes, again, so we get the truth. You're stepping into your truth. And you're doing so really confidently at this moment. And it's shocking people. Because you're not looking to resolve conflicts. You're not looking to resolve conflicts that don't need to be resolved, that don't... It's like you're okay with leaving things hanging now that need to be left hanging. It's water under the bridge. And you move on. So, House of Transportation. Funny enough. You're being taken into a new chapter of your life, and it's taking a while because it's in reverse. Ooh, okay. So how relationships transform you. There were relationships that you're grateful for now. You're so grateful that these were in your life, but you've allowed them to transform you by following through on the last step, which is letting go. That is the final step in letting certain kinds of relationships transform you, that you have to transcend them and release. Interesting. Birth, death, sex, and karma. Inheritance, death, joint finance, debt, joint finance. Is interesting that I said death. This is also the infinity symbol. I know I drew it weird, but this is the infinity symbol. So you're tapping into that infinite potential that you hold within you. I definitely feel like you're spiraling up. You could also be... There's something here about money. I want to know, what is it here that you're telling us about money? You could also have someone here that is a Scorpio. Maybe you're a Scorpio. Or Sagittarius. We got Sagittarius earlier. Or Gemini. Yes, okay, so inheritance was mentioned earlier. There's something that you've inherited here in the spiritual realm. It's in the reverse, and this almost makes me feel like that's like below the veil. So there's some sort of spiritual inheritance that you've claimed back. Sorry, I just knocked the mic. And you've done this by completing a chapter where you felt disempowered, where you felt you were carrying other people's burdens and not focusing on your own. And so now you're putting down those burdens. Let's see. Is there anything else here, Spirit? It's a lot of fun. I love doing lives. 8 of Wands. And the Hierophant in reverse. Ooh, so there's a lot of like... There could be something here. Oh, and right beside it, the High Priestess in the upright. Okay, so you're transcending some sort of expectations. You could be really blowing people's minds right now on who it is that you're becoming, or the type of person that you're becoming, the types of decisions you're deciding to make, who it is that you're no longer talking to. Because also there's like this suddenness of it. It's like you suddenly decided. That's what people think. Oh, you've suddenly decided to not be this person. Oh, you're not yourself anymore, I'm hearing. But the thing is that you're more yourself than you've ever been. Because you're following your intuition. You're following what it is that you should be doing versus what other people want you to do. See, anything else here, Spirit? Oh, wow, we got so many cards here. Family, friends, society, expectations. Absolutely. External influences. People right now could be saying that you're being influenced by some sort of group of people that you're connecting with. Maybe they're saying, oh, there's something wrong here because they're the ones being cut out and they don't like that. And this almost looks like a person here. They're standing alone. I'm happy that the reading resonates. You are so happy with this. You're so happy with all the changes because it's brought back this incredible energy here that you had. This is better than I imagined. And this helps strengthen relationships, increased creativity, and builds memories. And this is survival instinct. So you've done something that you had to do to survive some sort of situation, but you're not doing it from a fight or flight point anymore. You're doing it from a joyful point. People are really questioning how you're doing this. Like, it's really shocking. Exactly, you're doing it from love. You're doing it from love of self. Which is, I think that to the right people, this is being reflected. That you're doing it from a love of self. And you're also really encouraging a lot of people right now to be themselves. It's like this is having like a domino effect. It's radiating outwards. You're broadcasting to the world that it is okay to be yourself and it's safe to be yourself. It's safe to say no. And I think some people think that this is very rude for you to be yourself. And I think this is also just people that are still stuck in wanting to, how do I put this? Wanting to save face, I'm hearing. But for me, I'm hearing more like, and I'm trying to explain this, it's more like trying to appease people that don't necessarily, snake right under that, look at that, don't necessarily mean the best for them. But you understand that it's appeasing these people that don't mean the best for you, it's only going to hurt you in the long run. And so you've turned yourself into a rose. You've shown that you can bite back. And you've had to do this. You've had to do this because this is a healthy thing to do. And I think that the wrong people won't understand this. Okay, let's see. What else? Yes. Okay, so I was getting this energy. I wasn't going to say it, but it came out. Yes. Oh my gosh. Triple confirmation. So some people think that you're very selfish right now. See, we got, I know it's a bit hard to see, but we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. We got the Nine of Cups, you sitting pretty there, and the camera in reverse. They think that you are selfish right now. But the thing about divine femininity is that we have to go from a state of hyper giving, where it's like we're over giving, to we have to balance that in stepping more into our masculine, where we step more into our ego and selfishness. And that's what balances us out. And you also got karma, Saturn, life's lessons. the teacher, traditions, conventions, and wisdom. So you are subverting these expectations that other people have, and you're allowing other people to handle their own karma. You're not, there's this thing that's been repeating over and over again for the past few days for me, that that mind your own business, the phrase mind your own business. And what I mean by that, what universe means by that, God, source, whatever you believe in, is to allow people to experience the consequences of their own actions and not constantly try to jump in to help, because there's this wounded self inside of us that wants to go and help other people just to make ourselves feel better, make ourselves feel valuable or helpful or in control. And that doesn't help anyone, and in fact it hurts us, it hurts ourselves. And self-sacrifice is, as much as it looks good to other people, or like in the end it just hurts you. So you also got the Nine of Wands. Protection of your authenticity will not be understood by most. Absolutely. Self-love is seen as selfish by those who don't fully love and accept themselves. Totally. I agree. Desiring to save others, they have to save themselves, and we have to radically love ourselves to provide examples for those we desire to save. Absolutely. It all comes from the inside. It all comes from that call within. And funny enough, we have the Leo here. Leo and Sun. House of pleasure. So making sure that we're okay. Making sure that we're fulfilled. Because when our cup is full, then we can give to other people. And the Nine of Wands, again, you're no longer worried about these outside people coming in to try to take what you have, because you know that they can't do that, because it comes from within. Everything comes from, like no one can take something unless you give it to them. Gray hair. You're very wise. You're very wise. And I think that you always have one eye open, in a way. Like you can see things from a mile away. And I think that this is really intimidating. Something big is coming. Get ready. Look carefully. Stay alert. And again, this is a survival. But see, this one, these two are kind of similar cards. Because this guy's remaining vigilant. Sorry for how reflective these cards are. This guy's remaining vigilant. He's looking behind himself. And he's kind of got this barrier behind him. He's blocking other people out. But in turn, he's blocking people out because he's hurt about himself. But in the reverse, I feel like that was a past you. You used to block people out. And now you're ready to open up and really let people see who it is that you are. And you're only letting certain things be known about you, which is how you're protecting yourself. Anything else here, Spirit? Bunny! Wow, okay, so you're going to be receiving a lot of abundance here. Bunnies procreate like crazy, so this is a really good omen. Let's see. Ooh. Differing values and red hair. So you've split off from things that have very differing values from you. So you've really defined your values and you're living by them. You're okay with making people upset if they don't align with your values. You're not going to just sacrifice yourself for other people's pleasure, for other people's happiness. I am responsible for something important damaged or lost. Help, take responsibility, make restitution, grow. Remorse. I think a lot of people have realized that they've tried to control you in the past. And fish. And you've realized on your end that there are plenty of fish in the sea, and that the people that really do want your best intentions, that they will go out of their way to try to accommodate you, to find that middle ground, and to see you as an equal, to see you as part of the group rather than someone that's under them, or like a pyramid, you know? Like, it's not a pyramid, it's an even plateau, and or like a web where we all link together and support each other. Compatibility and shared values right after that. So that just tells me that that's exactly what this is. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a final message here. It's been going on for 46 minutes. Wow. Time melts away when you're having fun. Okay, so we got the Queen of Swords. Someone here said something very mean to you, or said something very cold to you. And it was something very fast that they want to take back. But you know, you can't really take it back when you say it. Once you say it, you've said it. So be careful. This could be a warning to you to really hold back, bite your tongue if someone comes forward to you to try to antagonize you from the past. Let's see, what else? And there could be some sort of false offer here, false emotional offer from this past person that's trying to get you to see things their way and trying to convince you that some sort of choice that you've made is wrong, and that you need to see it their way, basically. Let's see. This person could have really crucified you in a way, where they spoke poorly about you to others. And so it's not really making sense why they would want to pull you back in here. Maybe it's some sort of like karmic lesson. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles. You have a really giving nature about you. You're very fair, and you don't expect anything in return. And I think maybe people in the past haven't been that way. And it's been very shocking to you to accept that about people around you, that they're not going to water your plant. And they've only been a distraction. That's all they've been. You've been trying to water the plant, and they've been distracting you from watering the plant. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for me, because it feels like the messages are repeating now. So I thank you guys for being here. I'm so happy that I got to read for you guys live. This is really fun. And if you're interested in a private reading, I have those available. If you're interested in some of my handmade jewelry, I have a little seraphim here. It's protective angel. I make all of it in wax, like jeweler's wax. I have a degree, so I'm using it. And I love making jewelry, so. Anyway, if I don't know what I was going to say there. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Okay, well, have a great day. Just putting all my cards away. I hope you guys are having a great morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this. I have my coffee here. And I hope you take care and everything is going to be okay from here on out, it seems like. I'm just finishing, but it should be posted up right after I press finish. Like, it just takes a moment to process, and then you can watch back the whole reading. Thank you so much for asking, 𝔼𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. I think I said that right. 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. Thank you. I appreciate you coming here and telling me that. Okay, well, have a lovely day, guys.